Hello, Aries. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Aries, this week we're going to explore the energies of the fairies. What's going on around you with the fairy energy? What is the fairy energy working through you, really? I'm going to be asking 3 key questions in this reading, and we're going to explore them with different decks that I will show you. I'm going to ask, what is the fairy energy that is working with you right now? The most prominent fairy energy working with you right now. What is this energy trying to break down in you? And what is this energy trying to build up in you? And then we're going to see, how are you responding to this? Like, what is your response to this energy? So that's what we're going to do with yours. And of course, Brian Froud's fairy deck is what I'm going to start with. And then I'm going to, my other fairy deck, what the heck is it called? I can't remember what this one is called. It's fairies too. It's fairies. It's a little bit lighter and more pastel-y in color. And then we're going into the tarot. What is this tarot deck? Is this the Tarot of the Abyss? I think this is the Tarot of the Abyss. I don't know. Anyways, let's just do it. It's not so important. Let's do it. I know y'all curious sometimes, but actually the reason we're here is for the message for the most part. So, all right, Aries. What is the fairy energy that is most prominently working with Aries Collective right now? Most prominently working with the Aries Collective. Gotcha! Look at the gotcha card. Okay. It almost feels like something, like a breadcrumb trail. There's something about a breadcrumb trail in this energy to me. I was instructed quite clearly by this deck when I started organizing this reading that I am not to look in the book for this, and I am just to tell you what I honestly see. So it's going to be an interesting week. There could be somebody who's watching. Could be someone who's watching you, kind of like in the shadows, not being known about this. Maybe they're watching your social media. Maybe it's the neighbor peeking through the blinds. I don't know. Or it could be something that you're watching for. But this gotcha energy, I really am getting like, it could be related to some type of a surprise. Columbus Doom is at the bottom, and the Dark Lady. Interesting underlying energy. One feels like awfully powerful, and the other one is kind of like disempowered by doom and gloom sort of feelings, emotions. All right, let's see how this is really working out here. Let's see what this gotcha energy is trying to break down in you and what is trying to build up in you. I'm going to pull from this deck, and I'm going to go right into the tarot. Oh, and how you're reacting to it. Okay, I'm gonna probably take a minute in all of these this week because there's like a lot to consider in these. So this thing that's been broken, that this energy is trying to break down in you, is something to do with some sort of knowledge that's within your heart. So something that you either feel, know, or think you know within your heart. It's kind of like it's interesting because it says purity. So it's like, what is this energy trying to break down in you? Purity, right? And it's got this gotcha energy. There's kind of a funny, ominous energy kind of circling this reading, but justice comes in with the gotcha. So there's some sort of karmic energetic balance that's trying to, are you comfy yet, honey? You comfy? It's trying to work with you. That's the most prominent energy that's trying to work with you. It could be something that you feel like has been unjust in your life. And it's something that you don't feel would ever be rectified. Like there's some sort of surprise, like surprise, tricked you, fooled you. So 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles. This energy is trying to break down some sort of concept here about building, who you build with, what you think they have to offer, because this has something to do with always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answer to your question. So this energy is trying to break that down, right? So there might be some sort of answer that you think your heart has come to a solution in, or it's reasoned something out, or you've reasoned something out through your heart. This energy is trying to break that down. So there may not be the answer, the truth to something. That answer may not actually be found in your heart. And it could have something to do with your heart's, what it perceives to be equal and foundational, a positive foundational structure around the things that we build and who we build with. It's trying to move you. This energy is trying to move some sort of truth from your heart. Now it's curious because what it's trying to build in you, so that's what it's trying to break down, some sort of truth within your heart. What it's trying to build up in you is interesting. It's moderation. Now, this may or may not have something to do with food. It could have something to do with social gatherings, or the people that you socialize with and the things that you engage in when you're socializing with them, like building on this in a different way. But the one thing I want to say with this energy is that it is trying to build something in you, with you, of you, in a very moderate way. It's not trying to steamroll anything. It's also not like just kind of sitting back totally complacently and just, you know, in a very complacent energy. And if Aries moves in this direction, great. If they don't, you know, whatever. Like it's trying to build something with you, but in a balance. Like it's, you know, because the truth of something in your heart can be pretty profound. So if there's something that you believe within your heart, but it is untrue, that's, I want to say that, right? It's a gotcha. Tricked you, or your heart is telling you something here. I don't know what it's going from the 5, right? And then moving into building. There could be something here too. There could be some sort of a wound in your heart here that you deal with the 5 of Pentacles. Lack, or being excluded, or not included, or not wanted, or not fitting in. And like, right, this is building. This is pulling up out of some sort of darkness. How interesting. You have this glominous doom guy. Now, you also have the dark lady. She reminds me very much of sort of like a Lilith energy. So that is kind of, I want to say an exclusionary. Something that is excluded from societal norms, or at least feels that way. There's something about, what's in your heart in terms of possibly how you're accepted in groups, or how you're accepted in a group, or by a person, or something here. Society. But there's a surprise. It's almost like there's a surprise here. It feels like a good surprise. So this moderation card says, is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Now, this could be the truth in your heart. This could be like you're feeding off of some sort of truth that exists in your heart. Try to eat mindfully and healthfully. Balancing some sort of information that comes from your heart and also comes through your mind space. That's what this is trying to build up. It's almost like you believe that the only thing to believe is what your heart tells you. It could be in some type of rejection because it starts with the Five of Pentacles. Although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. So this is not to exclude your heart. I'm saying a little bit's okay. I really get that this is feasting on information, how you navigate with information through your heart and through your mind. Okay, well, now this is interesting. The Nine of Swords is the first card that comes out with that. And then we have the Page of Wands, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Do you see how that 9 switches? It goes from a 9 of like nightmares and anxiety. I don't know, there's something about, it's almost like, leave me alone. Don't. These things are coming at her in her dreams or in her thoughts, his or her thoughts. Page of Wands. This is like a fire that's gone out. It's kind of funny because the Page of Wands is a communicative energy, and it's the fire's gone out. So maybe there's some type of communication here. Maybe there's been a lack of communication, or this honestly looks like it's almost like finding something that went out a while ago. Like, to me, it almost looks like she's been wandering through the woods and she comes across a campfire. It's almost like an indication that there was somebody here before, but that's a while ago. Like it's cold. She's walking through it. It's cold. It's not there anymore. Coming across something that's not there anymore. It is, but this is like building up some type of sovereignty for yourself. A physical sovereignty. I feel like there's two ways that energy is working. Like, I feel like maybe there's something that you're supposed to be doing in your physical world while you're also managing some sort of internal stuff that's going on. Right? Quite honestly. And that's what the moderation is here. It's allowing you to work on something in your physical world. It could be allowing you to, I don't know, maybe build up your finances, look after things around your space in some way here that's very healthy, that kind of feeds you. There's ways that this energy is trying to feed you while breaking something really sensitive down. It reminds me a little bit like if I'm trying to do something to the cat or the dog. Not so much the dog, because she's completely complacent with me. Just, okay, we're trimming the nails. All right. She just like gives it up. But more maybe like with the cat, with Larry, where there's something that I'm trying, or a certain area that I'm trying to brush with him. I might try to distract him with some good stuff over here, like some tuna or some pate on my finger, and I can get away with what it is that I need to address, like in his fur and his coat, because he doesn't like that. He doesn't want me doing that. That's a bit what this energy feels like. This guy, and I could even say that too, right? I'd be like, see, look, you weren't even paying attention because you were like focused on the pate on my finger, but I got that mat out of your fur. Got you, but that is justice. So, right, it would be just because if I don't get it out, it's going to get bigger. It's going to get tight. It's going to become uncomfortable. All right, how you're reacting to this, I want to say, is to some degree in alignment with what is happening. Okay, so the card that comes out is New Beginnings. That's what, this is how you're reacting to this interesting energy that's trying to break down and build with you. This fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. So you might be coming up with some new idea in your life here. It could be maybe it is a new project. Maybe it is a new business idea. Maybe some of you actually do have like some new life coming into your world. Now, here we go. So we have the Six of Cups. Remember, I was told very distinctly that the artwork in this week's readings are very, very important in the message. Not to look in the books and not to, you know, anyways. So then you have the Queen of Wands. I find it interesting because it's almost like now she's starting to build a fire, right? It's like initially, oh, the fire's out. There's no one here. I missed that. What happened? I'm going to build my own fire. It is even some sort of a memory, maybe. Remembering something from your past to help you build a fire. I thought this was really interesting. Look at how this King of Pentacles is holding that pentacle. And all right, and what am I going to read here for you? It says, this God heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. Isn't it? It's almost like he's got something swaddled in his robe, and he's just kind of bringing it, like showing you a little bit, just showing a little bit of what this is. But it's quite a lot. It's a lot. There's mountains in his hands, and there's mountains behind him. So you might be focusing on something that has an initial foundation surrounding you meeting some type of obstacle in your life. And this obstacle is showing up as your proof that, hey, look what I did. Or, you know, getting past this obstacle is the proof of, oh, hey, look what I did here. Look what I'm creating. Look what I might not even be what it is. It is. It's just almost even perhaps a sneak peek. But you're building a fire here. I want to say where a fire has gone out. A fire was meant to go out so that you could produce maybe something on your own. There's also kind of the feeling here of, in general, this energy, I would say. This is almost like someone who was maybe in a group or with a person or people. And now this is the metaphor of this. You're sitting around the campfire. Oh, you know what? Let's build together here. I'm going to build together. The fire's going out. We don't have much wood. I'm going to go into the woods and I'm going to get. But maybe this is even like the woods are a scary place. Nobody else wants to go in the woods. So you make a choice to go in the woods and you deal with some nightmares doing that. But then you come back out of the woods and you have the wood, but everybody's gone. Nobody's there, like the fire's gone out and everybody left. So that's curious too. Are others building with you? Perhaps not. Maybe, I don't know. Because this is the thing that's getting broken down. Who's really building with you and who really isn't? And then is it because it's claiming yourself in some way? The fire's gone out. Oh, but look at her. It's like the way she's looking down. Oh, what happened? Okay, maybe, I don't, like there's no betrayal card or anything like that here. But it could be like somebody dealing with a nightmare, going into these dark woods, dealing with the nightmare to do that. So there's a sense of, okay, I'll be brave enough to do this. I'll go and get the wood. And then you come back and you say, well, what the fuck? They all left. They all left. There's no one around the fire. What I'll say, the one thing is, though, that you've built a fire here. It wanted you to build up the fact that there was nothing around, like building this up. This moderation, though, is some sort of, the moderation of what's in your heart may not be true, and that needs to be broken down. There's some context that your mind needs to start incorporating. Your reaction is really strong. I want to say, for the most part, very positive. It's empowering energy. it's picking up the pieces where there's nothing there, right? You're not sitting there and getting lost on the fact that, well, now what do I do? There's no one here at the fire. I mean, and you're not meant to do that. You're only meant to kind of see it and realize it. And then perhaps even recognize how you yourself, oh, interesting, protection is the underlying card. How even you yourself are possibly protected or can be protected in something that you build. I don't know, if you were building with others in some way here, maybe their hearts weren't really in it. Or maybe that's the thing here that's being broken down for you. There really honestly is something here, because it's like you were building this, or you thought there was building in it, but not with, I feel like possibly who you were building with. And maybe, I don't know, maybe there was some dark energies with this. But you're building. I mean, you are building, and you're really getting the fires. It's not, there is some sort of reflection that goes on here, but it's not enough to stop you. I want to say, for being you. I mean, the Queen of Wands is the Aries card. It is, well, it's the Aries card. It is Aries in the zodiac energy. It is right there. But, and then this King of Pentacles is like, I don't know, some of you might even have an idea here that you're going to release. That's a possibility. Maybe you're even, this Gawtcha energy, maybe you're even, the way that it's working with you, you start working back with it, and you'll have something here to release that could be surprising, that could, yeah, take people by surprise. So that's the energy, Aries. The prominent fairy energy that's working with you right now. I'm going to do the extended. In the extended this week, I'm going to ask, what is the more behind the scenes fairy energy? The more subtle fairy energy that's working with you? And then with that energy, what is it trying? This one is, what is it trying to break down in you? What is it trying to build up in you? And how have you been responding to it? This is a subtle, more behind the scenes, right? This one was prominent. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Aries. Thank you so much, my fireball babies. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.